So for this question as well, we want to start with our x double dot and our y double dot equations. Just beware that we're starting, our y value is going to be 1. Now x value is still 0, but our y value is 1 originally. All right, so x double dot, so horizontally acceleration is 0. X dot is our initial velocity in the horizontal direction. You can see it said velocity of 20. Whoops, that should be a 20. Ugh. Let me do it over here. Sorry, it's not looking good. So if that's theta, this will be 20 sine theta in the vertical direction and 20 cos theta in the horizontal. So in the horizontal, we have 20 cos theta. And then x, when we integrate that, is 20t cos theta. We're starting at 0, so our c would be 0, so it's just that. If we look at our y, starting with our y dot, we've got y dot, let's say negative g or negative 10, and then we're going to integrate that negative gt, and when t is 0, y dot will be our 20 sine theta, that's our vertical velocity, and then integrating, oops, that was bad, integrating that, we've got 20t sine theta. And here is where we've got 1, because we're starting at y equals 1. So when t equals 0, we've got y equals 1. All right, if I just go and put 10 in for that, for gravity, this is going to be 5. Just so we've got it there ready. All right. Oh, yeah, because we had to prove this, the equations. All right, so we've got the equations. So let's have a look. The ball hits the wall after t seconds. Capital T, that is. So at this point here, when it hits the wall, you can see both x and y are 16. So when x equals 16 and y equals 16 as well, both those things, let's have a look at our x and our y equation. So our x equation here would be 16 is 20, and it's at that time, capital T time, cos theta. If we divide that all by 4, both sides by 4, we get this equation, which they asked for. If we do the same thing in the y equation, so we've got 16 equals minus 5t squared. We've got 20t sine theta plus 1. So let's subtract 1 from both sides first. And then divide, everything's divisible by 5, so let's make that 3. Let's do this one first. 20 divided by 5 is 4, so 4t sine theta. Minus 5 divided by 5 is 1, so that's just t squared. And that gives us the other equation that they're looking for. So there's our two equations. Hence, show that, and we've got obviously got a quadratic equation there. So how are we getting that? So if we're doing hence, so we're looking at these two equations we've just got, and what we're doing is, if you make t the subject of this one, as we normally do, the horizontal one, so we've got 4 on 5 cos theta. We're going to sub that into our y equation. Let's make a bit of room and have a look. All right, so we're going to get 3 equals 4, instead of t, I'm going to put 4 on 5 cos, sorry, it's messy, cos theta, and we've got sine theta minus t squared, so that'll be 16 over 25 cos squared theta. All right, so I'm going to multiply everything by 25 to get rid of that denominator. So I'm going to make this a 75 equals, so multiplying by 25, I'll just have a 5 on top, and there's already a 16 because the 4 4s are 16 there. So, and we've also got a sine on cos, so that's a tan theta. So it's going to be an 80 tan theta when I do that. And here I'm still going to minus 16. I've gotten rid of the 25 by timesing by 25. 1 on cos squared is the same as sec squared. So I'm going to put sec squared there. All right, now we know sec squared also actually is 1 plus tan squared theta. So if you think about it, if I put everything on this on one side, I've got the 80 tan theta, but I've also got a minus 16 and a minus 75 from that side. So minus 16 is from there. So minus 16 minus 75 is 91. And then we've got this negative 16 tan squared theta. So actually, if I just put it all on the other side in order, 16 tan squared theta minus 80 tan theta plus 91 equals 0. So that's that one that we were looking at. Hence, find the two possible values. So we're just solving this equation. So I might start with solving the equation in terms of, let's make tan theta x, or something easier to write down. So something like 16 x squared minus 80x plus 91, just to make it easier to work out. So negative b, you can do it, factorize if you want. B squared minus 4ac on 2a's. So my two values are going to be, if you put that in your calculator, 3.25 and 1.75. And remember, x is representing tan theta. So inverse tan of 3.25, so that one is 72 degrees 54 minutes. It's said to the nearest minute. And inverse tan of 1.75 of 60 degrees 15 minutes. So they're the two possible values of theta.